Beaver After Dark is not for all audiences. It will be dealing with adult topics and adult situations. Each host will be giving an opinion and is in no means an expert. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, maybe you could bite me because it's kind of been a week, but we are joined tonight by apparently the freaking audio replaying. Let's get that out of there.
Yeah,
All right.
Man, I love that music. I love that opening.
It's my time to shine, bitch.
It is what it is. Welcome to the proverbial shit show. But tonight we have the beautiful flower of the valley. Our friend SoCal Jen is joining us tonight.
I thought you were going to
I thought you were going to. I did too, Rusty. I thought she was going to say you as well.
Oh.
Then we have cringe-worthy white trash sugar daddy Rob Ertz. And then, of course, he just looks like he's angry, but he's really a pussycat at heart. The one, the only, Lord Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts. And, of course, me, Beaver.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought we would start the show off with tonight's show title instead of saving it for later. And I'm going to just ask the question. And we'll, if you're in the chat tonight, thank you for joining us. And I want to hear what your answer is. What was, as you're growing up, what was the one thing that you dreamed about being as an adult? SoCal?
Actress. And I did a lot of drama, a lot of plays. I was involved in a lot of community theater. Actress.
Actress, okay. White trash sugar daddy, what was your dream?
If my granny was still alive, she could attest to this because I got in trouble because she asked me this question when I was like 8 and I said a hitman.
Oh,
of course you did.
Oh my God, that's funny.
God, I swear you have
would be a cool job.
You really need to have like mental checkups. Okay. Rusty, what was your dream?
So my dream was to be a director of polyglot microservice topology, and that dealt with adaptive fault domain resilience.
What the hell? What the hell did you just say?
He just said he really just wanted to be drunk and high his whole entire life.
Wow.
I have no idea. What does that job actually do?
I don't know. Can you say that again in English, sir? Or
I wanted to be a director of polyglot microservice topology that dealt in adaptive fault domain resilience.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like a geologist of sorts.
It was zero trust cryptographic, basically a zero trust cryptographic pipeline steward.
Or a geologist of some sort.
I thought he wanted to be an internet porn director.
I know. I can't believe he didn't say Ron Jeremy.
At 8, though, come on. You're asking him to think about that at 8. Hopefully he wasn't thinking about that at 8 years old.
I didn't give him an age. I didn't say, what did you want to be when you were 8? I just said, what did you want to be?
How the fuck could he be thinking about whatever the hell that mumbo jumbo is? He's fucking 8 years old.
Right.
He's not goddamn Rain Man.
He didn't know how to spell it then. He doesn't know how to spell it now, but that's what he wanted to be.
Yeah, no, okay. I wanted to be a wrestler. Okay.
Ah.
Because of the tights? Was it because of the tights?
That's more realistic.
Yeah.
Was it because of the tights?
No, it was because they were badass, and they were
so I don't see anything from the chat. Nobody had a
What
dream.
about you, Beaver? What about you?
I wanted to be an actress or a producer. I either wanted to make movies or be in movies.
I wanted to be a beaver inspector.
Of course you did.
You
So
are now. It's good
I
to know,
actually
Rusty.
asked this question to several people, and they mentioned, I wanted to be a fighter pilot, or I wanted to be, in movies, or I wanted to do a firefighter or be a cowboy, whatever.
Doctor, nurse.
Right. People have different dreams, but did you ever think about being a stay-at-home hubson?
A stay-at-home what?
Hubson.
Yeah.
Hubson?
Do you even know what a stay-at-home hubson was or is?
No, it sounds like a husband and a son.
Are you like a
right.
pretend son to somebody?
So what this is
They take care of you.
I'm going to just tell you a story about a man named Luke Parkhurst who is living the dream, and at 34 years old, he's doing it jobless and rent-free at his mother's house. A sweet
Oh.
that Mom Patty loves. The millennial spongy life on Easy Street doesn't come totally free as a totally free ride. Instead, it comes with homemaking duties of a stay-at-home wife. Rather than loafing around all day eating bonbons and scrolling through social media while his mom works as a flight attendant, Luke takes care of business around the home. He's a stay-at-home son, and they live in Las Vegas. He does the grocery shopping, the cooking, cleaning the pool, fixing things around the house. He is an unpaid, unproblematic position that's rising in popularity among Gen Z and Gen Y2K guys. They call themselves trad sons or hub sons, as Patty calls Luke.
Oh, so they give living in your mama's basement a name.
Yes, basically. They consider themselves the trad wives. Okay, so here's the thing. I get if you want to help your parents out and do things for them around the house, I'm all for it. Be a good son and do things for your mom, for your dad, whatever, your grandparents. But the fact that you are not working and you are 30 fucking 4 years old and you have no job, nobody is ever going to want you. Cut the umbilical cord and get a fucking life.
He does have a job. He is stay-at-home son.
Now,
Has
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Go ahead.
How's him being a stay-at-home son different from stay-at-home dads?
Because he's not married to his fucking mom. So he's literally just living in the house.
But this works for them.
I don't care. All right. Is he going to let his mom suck his dick right away too? Because no girl is going after that.
You don't know.
Well,
He
you
He
don't know that.
definitely needs the
Okay,
video.
I don't know that, but I'm going to tell you right now, I bet you 90% of the women out there would never want to be like, oh, you live at home with your mom and you clean and cook and you have no job. You have no fucking future. And I don't want to have to take care of somebody. I want
Hold that thought.
Hold that
thought. Because now he's domesticated in a way. And also you're kind of throwing stay-at-home moms under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a stay-at-home mom. I was the CEO, CFO, and COO of my house. So I had to take care of finances. I was the cook and the maid. And now here's the difference. I am assuming the mom doesn't have any younger siblings that he's taking care of, but who wouldn't want to be introduced to a man? I see your point, Beaver, but also who would want to be introduced to a man that if you did get married and you had children, that he'd be willing to stay home and he would know how to cook, he would know how to clean, and he would know how to take care of the children if the woman decided that she wanted to work. Now, it could go.
But you can't say that I'm throwing work at home moms under the bus because I'm not. There is a difference between two spouses making a decision for one to stay home and raise the child. And there is another completely different perspective of, well, I don't want my son to work and it works for me that he's going to stay home and take care of my house. That is totally different.
It is.
I don't see how it is. I don't see how it is. You look, a marriage is a contract. The only difference is they're not having sex. So that contract is being carried out. It's a verbal contract. It is a verbal contract. He is taking care of the house. He is cooking. He is cleaning. It's a job. Whether you whether you think it's a job or not, it's a job.
It's a job.
I'm saying it's not a job. That's how you're throwing moms under work at home or stay at home moms under the bus.
I work and I take care of a house. Kid could technically work and
that's your decision. That's your decision.
Yeah. But wait.
You're not going to tell me that you would want your 34-year-old just laying around your house. I mean, how long does it take to clean the house? Let's be fair.
But he's cleaning the pool and the gutters, and he's doing all the man shit too, homie. He's doing the woman and the man shit. The woman.
He's mowing the lawns.
So what?
And let me tell you, you might have some downtime. You might have some downtime, but the fact that whatever, either the article or you said that sitting home eating bonbons, like people used to say that about me. I busted my ass. I probably worked harder than my husband all day long because I didn't get sick days. I didn't get vacation days. I had to, when the kids were sick, I was there. I mean, it's 24/7.
Well, now I'm not stereotype though from the Peg Bundy days, SoCal.
He doesn't have
married with children. She just sat around and eat bonbons all day and didn't.
No. I know it's a stereotype. I know it's a stereotype. No, it is. It is, but that's been the fight between working moms and stay-at-home moms for a long time. Working moms put us down all the time saying, well, you should get a job too. And it's like, I have a job. But the difference is I don't have a maid. I don't have a nanny. I don't have any of that shit. I'm doing it myself. Right. So it is a job and it's very underrated. And if we were to be paid, we'd be paid more than a CEO because that's what it's worth.
Right. And I'm not saying that, but there's difference because you had kids to take care of too. He's not doing that. So, and
that's what I'm
dirty
saying.
Is the house getting if it's just a mother and a son? I'm sorry, it's not getting that dirty.
I don't know. It's three against one.
I don't. That's fine. We're gonna have a difference of opinion. I think that if you have a 34-year-old son who's living in your house, you should at least be making him work. And I get cleaning is work. I understand it. I clean. I take care of everything.
I know you do. I know you do.
Do outside yard work and stuff. So it's not like I don't know what that's all about.
Right.
You just don't like this situation.
I think he's taking advantage of his mom. That's how it feels to me. And she's okay with it because moms love their children no matter what.
Now we can take the other side of the coin. I told you I was doing devil's advocate. So the other side of the coin is I agree with you in the sense of he could at least have a part-time job and still do that stuff. But if his mom, I mean, like you said, like Rusty said, if it's an agreement between him and his mom and the mom's like, look, I make plenty of money right now. You just kind of, well, and it would be also different if he went to school or something part-time. Like if he was doing something else. So I'm taking the other side for a minute. If he was doing something else, going to school, had a part-time job and did that. Okay, cool. So he's not bringing in the monthly nut, but he's doing something besides the work. So
yeah, it seems to me like what is going to happen. I know it, like it's their thing. They got to deal with it. But what happens if something happens to mom?
Okay,
like, you're literally setting him up for what?
For failure.
But you're looking at this 100% wrong. Okay, now mom, single mother, right? And he's out on his own doing his thing, her doing her thing. Oh, okay. Obviously, she makes good enough money for this arrangement to work. Mm-hmm. So that means she might have been paying a housekeeper. We don't know, but she was definitely paying a pool boy, a fucking gardener. So what if she was paying the maid? She's paying all these people, right? Well, now she's not because he's doing that. So think of the money they're saving by teaming up together at this point.
Yeah.
I see your point, but we don't know that she hired all those people. She might have just had to do it herself.
Especially in cities like Nevada or where SoCal comes from and shit like that, where it's really expensive.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
but it's also, but what you said about that, oh God, Beaver, what did you just say? Because I had a comment to it. What was your last comment?
But we don't know that she was paying other people to do it. She could have been doing it all herself.
Okay, now comes another factor. Thank you. He reminded me. Here comes another factor where she might be getting older and it's harder on her. And so it's just easier to go to work and do whatever and know that her son's taking care of all the grocery shopping and the cooking and the cleaning. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This can go both ways, but as far as marrying somebody like that, to have somebody who would be willing to be a stay-at-home dad, if you wanted to be a working mom, and you guys that's if you have children, that would, and he's young enough to have children, and definitely young enough to have younger women have children. That's not a bad attribute. I mean, those are good skills to have.
Right. I will give you that. It is a good skill because I would love someone who actually helps me clean my house.
See, I wish Sarah was around for this, but she's at work because I'm the stay-at-home dad.
And that's fine.
We could pull her in.
But you're married, and I think that's where I have the issue. This is mother and son. This isn't husband and wife.
Yeah.
I know that they're it's kind of similar, but to me it's just different enough that it's not like she took care of him up to 18 or whatever.
Hater.
Then like at what I am a hater. But after that, I mean, at some point, at what point do you realize he's an adult and he needs to start being able to be responsible for himself?
How do we know that he wasn't being a responsible? Maybe he was an executive somebody, and then they had this agreement come in. We don't know that either.
We can have a lot of maybes, but the article doesn't mention anything like that. It just says
I know, and news sites are always good about putting all the details in there too.
Well, of course, and it's just a random story that I thought would be a good conversation. Because
it was a good conversation.
I tell you, when I read that, I'm like, he is taking advantage of his mom. That was the first thing that hit my head. Nothing else seemed to matter. Because I just know people that do the same thing, and it irritates me because I see the mom struggle, but they won't kick the kid out because it's their son.
It's their kid. Yeah.
And I'm like,
I get that.
You're struggling. Now, they don't look like they're struggling. I mean, according to the article, the mom's like a flight attendant, makes a ton of money, whatever. But I see it in two other people that I know. The mom is single mom, struggling, doing what she can to get ends meet. And there's this child sitting on the couch, not doing anything.
That's the difference, though. They're not doing anything. Right. And you just brought up another thing. Her being a flight attendant, he's also security in a way. He's watching her house.
Yeah, I mean,
well, she's gone.
But it's just, I think I'm pulling more of my own personal perspectives, and I'm not going to say those people don't do anything. They do some stuff, but I'm like, you are how old now? Get a job. Like I had a job since I was 9 years old. Between babysitting and delivering papers, and then moving into like carnival, like concessions, and then all this stuff. Like I've had a job for 42 years. I've had some form of job my entire life, and when I see somebody 34 unemployed and living off mom, I'm like, get the hell out of here. Okay, so all right, our answer over.
I've always gotten some kind of job, a hand job. A job, a foot job, a real job.
I can't with you.
Oh my God,
it's like so quiet tonight. Hi, Artsy Doodles. I want to say hi. I see she threw in here that she's saying hi to everybody.
Hey, Artsy.
Okay, so Artsy has a comment here. He's not learning anything about being a responsible adult. What's he going to do when his mom isn't there to take care of him? That was my point too.
Well,
she probably has really good life insurance, and he'll be taken care of, and he gets the house too.
And the house might be paid off, and I mean, whatever. But we're going to move on to our next story, another story about a child, but a lot younger. And I think that this kid might be one of Robert's children that's like loose in the world right now. So I'm just going to say that, and we're going to read the story, okay? I know you've been to Arizona. So if you've jacked off somewhere, your sperm might have found a woman.
Just went up and tapped her on the shoulder. Like, hey,
hey, you're ovulating. All right. So we are going to talk about this. And it's kind of crazy and scary, but I just laughed at it anyway, because that's the kind of sick humor I have. But Arizona troopers are warning parents after a 13-year-old driving a truck crashed after traveling more than 100 miles per hour on the interstate this week. According to Arizona Department of Public Safety, state troopers responded to a wrong-way driver on the interstate around 1 a.m. on Tuesday. A deputy noticed that the vehicle that was reported stolen was headed the wrong way across the median before self-correcting and speeding in the eastbound lanes at more than 100 miles per hour. Investigators said while trying to get away from police, the vehicle drove onto the guardrail and rode across the guardrail before rolling several times and landing into a tree.
Oh my God.
According to the Highway Patrol, the steering wheel broke off while the vehicle was rolling. It ended up about 50 feet from the truck. Investigators found the 13-year-old in the driver's seat and an 11-year-old in the passenger seat. They suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
Because they're babies, their bones still bounce. They don't break.
And here is the other part of the story.
Yeah.
The children were taken to a nearby hospital where tests reveals that the driver had a blood alcohol content of 0.183.
Hell yeah.
He was 13. Out at 1 a.m.
Actually,
a stolen vehicle over 100 miles an hour.
I'm so glad you brought this up. And actually, if my source is correct, it was not a boy, it was a girl. But I'm glad you brought this up because I saw this earlier, like a week ago, and I blasted all the motherfuckers in the chats over it because they was like, they should charge the parents. Where were the parents? Look. When I was not much older than this girl, I stole a vehicle drunker than shit and took two girls from Tennessee to Virginia, left one of them in Virginia at her boyfriend's house. She was 16 years old. He was like 22 and had moved away.
Oh my God.
And I come all the way back until I realized that I was going to go to jail for it. And then I was like, well, shit, I know an old teacher in Maryland. She might help us out. So I turned around and took out back toward Maryland, and I got to falling asleep, got pulled over. We got arrested. It was a big ordeal. That's where I learned the good lawyer concept because it went from grand theft auto to joyriding. But, here's the thing about it. It's not the parents' fault. My parents had nothing to do with that situation. My grandparents had nothing to do with that situation. It was all about timing and fuck it. Why not?
Oh my God.
I was 16, fixing to turn 17.
Okay, so you were a little bit older. And this article actually does not say whether it's a boy or a girl. I think I just said he because I assumed it would I assumed it would be a boy. So
16 or 17 is a driver's license age though. So
yeah, but I didn't have one of those.
Oh,
and I was in a truck.
I had it at 16.
I stole a 74 model Chevrolet with a 3-speed on the column, and I had $10, a half a tank of gas, and a shitload of lies. And I made it all the way to Thaxton, Virginia, and back to Knoxville, and started back toward Maryland.
I can't believe that they were not injured more than they were. I mean, what kind of force would rip out that steering wheel and throw it 50 feet away, and those kids still had non-life-threatening injuries?
Because they bounce, baby. They bounce. Their bones still bounce. They don't break. As you get older, they break. When you're younger, they bounce.
But when I left, it was during a winter storm in a 2-wheel drive truck, and I had no real driving experience. I was actually in an ice storm in Virginia. It was pretty fucking ignorant.
Oh my God.
I don't know how we did
never done anything like that.
I come off a hill sideways and shit, but shit, bitches. My dog was even fucked up. He had PTSD from that slide. It was ridiculous. Yeah, my dog went with us too. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Piled in this single cab pickup and went fucking stealing out of state. We went.
I mean, Rusty, did you ever do anything that crazy when you were 13?
I took cars a couple of times, but I didn't do anything like that.
Oh, that's a beautiful sunset there, baby girl.
Yeah, we got a little rain today, so we have a few clouds in the sky. It's not awful.
You
Anyway.
just like rode around town and then ditched them.
That's crazy. I had a license at 16, Rob.
To where they belong.
Yeah, I always brought them back. It was my aunt's car, and I would take it, and I'd bring it back. But yeah, middle of the night.
That's the only car I ever got caught taking, and I never brought that motherfucker back.
Yeah.
You leave that shit on the side of the road somewhere.
Oh no! Did you wipe the fingerprints at least?
Fuck yeah! I ain't stupid.
We did. So like my buddy had an old Citation. If anybody knows what those are.
Oh, I do.
The old Mobile Citation. Anyway, he had the front wheel bearing went out, and it just cooked it. Just cooked the whole thing. So we kind of walked around, looked around till we found somebody that had a car, had the exact same car, and then went in the middle of the night and took off their whole front hub assembly.
What? That's so rude. What? Oh my God.
I know. It's terrible.
No, it's not. That's an awesome story.
Oh my God.
I thought it was
just tell criminal stories one night. Fuck it.
I thought I was bad because we ran around Halloween and like used what's that stuff that you putty your bathtub with that like
caulking.
Yeah, we would put caulking around like mailboxes and then close them so that you couldn't open them up. But
wow, rude.
JB Weld so much more fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, you guys! I ding dong ditched people. Maybe I didn't do that.
Or
innocent
stuff like we would put a whole bunch of Vaseline under people's door handles on their cars. The door handles that you have to like lift up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never did that kind of stuff.
Under a car tire, and that way when they back up, it blows it all over the car next to them.
Oh, good Lord.
One thing we did, it was kind of, it was funny. I guess it'd be kind of stealing or whatever, but it seemed like when we lived over in Mableton, Georgia, everybody had the little reflectors to mark where their driveway was, on little poles. And we drove around one night and stole hundreds of them things. And then we just picked a house. At random, and there was like 6 of us in the car, and we all got out and we all just filled this guy's yard full. It looked like it just sprouted all these things up in the front yard, and left. That we did.
I freaking love that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There was this girl, Tammy. I can't remember her last name because I just knew her through somebody else, and she had a long driveway, and she would stick one of those reflectors at the end of her driveway, and every time my friend and I would drive by, I would rip it out and put it in the trunk of my car, and she would always be bitching about somebody stealing her reflectors, and it was me and my friend that were taking her reflectors.
You guys need Jesus, okay? You all need Jesus.
I know.
Do we need Jesus?
Yes.
I honestly think that we just need a little Roberts.
Oh no. Oh God. I'm scared.
You are one sick puppy. It is now time for Robert's Urban Dictionary of the Week.
Okay, so
oh God.
Urban Dictionary of the Week is 60th base. Y'all would never guess this. I'm not even going to give you time to try because this requires a list of items to complete. We're going to be here a minute. Things needed: an X-Acto knife and get spare blades.
Let me start taking notes.
A minimum 8-foot pole, a passport, a ShamWow, a ticket to Peru, 2 sets of Siamese twins over the age of 18, a shipping crate, a Snuggie, a shady lawyer, and a damn good one at that.
Oh my God.
Mighty Putty, rest in peace, Billy Mays. Opiates and an A-team van. That shit has to be exact. This requires the hand of a surgeon and the heart of Joseph Mingle. Your first task is to get a van. Do not skimp on this. How else are you going to get around? Swing by Osco and get an X-Acto knife and blades. Not Walgreens, they rust. Track down 2 different sets of Siamese twins. They should be at least over 18. Anything less is too easy and would almost count to have a 59th and 3/4 base, which is not baller enough. Siamese twins can be whatever sexual preference you desire. They must be tricked into competing into a fictional show where Siamese twins do physical stunts for cash prizes. Monkey on my back. You will place them in a van. You must do a minimum of 80 miles an hour the entire time to the secure pool, and you give the twins floppy toppies and pool noodles, and you tell them they must duel to the death in the pool. Whichever 2 individual ghastly creatures cries out first with expressive belligerence, those are immediately targeted. This is rough.
This is really rough.
It is. Break out the X-Acto knife at this point and dive into the pool. You must disconnect the twins from each other with the blades within 10 minutes. This is why you're going to be glad to have spares, because these fuckers will fight the shit out of you and they will break and fall to the bottom of the pool. The belligerent pieces must be mismatched and should drop into the bottom of the pool. Belligerent dying twin may try and scramble to the surface, but this is why you went for 8 feet. It won't get past 4. Sever the husk and leave the leg appendages for the surviving twin, and at this point the devil may appear, but do not panic. Shield thy eyes. Should return from whence he came. Stay on task. It is now a good idea to use some of the opiates to force them onto the surviving pieces. Once sedated, drag them into the pool. Drag them out of the pool and dry them with the ShamWow. Then throw the ShamWow into the pool, and yes, it soaks up everything. Now, Mighty Putty and mismatched twins together and mate them. More opiates may apply. Wrapped abdomen in a Snuggie and place in a crate. Put the crate in the van and ship the crate to a pre-specified location in Peru, where the lawyer will receive the crate and hook the abdomen to life support. Turn yourself into the police.
Okay.
So, Beaver, did you get all that down? You wrote all that down?
No,
that was a lot.
After driving 80 miles an hour.
You can't drive 80.
And you just repeat the whole thing again.
Oh,
Robert,
What?
I love you, man, but if you ever pull shit like that again, I will like drive there just to kick your ass. Okay.
Junk punch you.
I will.
She'll junk punch you.
I will kick your bad leg. Okay.
Oh, I stopped it there.
Wait.
There's more too.
Wait. Okay, what was that called though? What was that called? What was the name of it?
60th base. If you wish to know the rest of these steps, just go to your local Urban Dictionary and look up 60th base.
To get the rest of the instructions.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you need help completing your task, just call me. Hashtag this text country.
He's got extra Siamese twins for you.
And a creeper van.
Oh dear God.
The twins are in my basement.
Shh. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. So I found Robert's new best friend. I think this guy and Robert, even Rusty maybe, could totally hang out. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Adam Lopez, 39, went from having $17 in his bank account to having $1.3 million after he scratched off a winning lottery ticket.
Yep,
Okay?
he's my buddy.
He's my buddy. But wait, there's more. By September, now this was in July, all right? By September, Lopez was in the back of an ambulance suffering from a bilateral pulmonary embolism. I knew what I was doing was going to have an end eventually, and it came to an end in the worst possible way. It was a massive wake-up call. What do you think he was doing?
Coke.
Jacking off.
He was partying hard for 3 months straight.
Oh my God.
It allowed him to live a lifestyle he had never lived, but I think I went the wrong way about it. It was enjoyable until my health became an issue.
So he was
You think?
Coke for 3 months.
Yep. It's the headline actually reads, forklift driver who won millions scratch off and is hospitalized after non-stop partying. So
Damn.
Yep.
Cocaine and hookers, my friend. That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Is there a worse way to go? I don't think so, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it says he couldn't walk, he couldn't breathe. He rang for the ambulance. He got wheeled into the ambulance from the house, and the biggest life-changing thing was laying back in the back of the ambulance hearing the sirens. He feels that he was surrounded by angels. It just makes you look at both sides of life, because it doesn't matter if you have $1 million or $1 trillion. When you're in the back of the ambulance, none of it matters.
Well, except you could pay your hospital bills.
Well, I mean, what the fuck you think's gonna happen? Abusing cocaine for a month?
Well,
Right.
it doesn't say that he did cocaine. It just says he was partying. So it could have been meth. It could have been crack. It could have been anything. Because crack is whack, yo.
Yeah, but you're not gonna party for an entire month unless you're doing some sort of upper.
2 months.
It was
2
3
months.
2 months.
It was
Or
3
3 months.
straight.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It says that he left his job. He had quit his job, and he regrets that. He should have never done that. I lost the structure of my life and day-to-day living, and it became a complete disconnect from the life I was living. So, if you win
This
the
is his statement from the hospital bed, just saying.
Yep, this is. I knew we lost people at 60th base. There were too many steps, Robert.
Bro, yeah, that shit was wild.
Artsy Doodles, he didn't even finish it. There was more.
Yeah, I quit. I was like, fuck this. That seems like a good stopping point. If you want to know the rest, look it up. If you want to do it, I'll help. But, you know, I mean, this situation, that's pretty crazy.
I would love to win the lottery and be able to do stuff like just walk up and pay for somebody's groceries. I guess doing something like that, I might have a party just to have like a bunch of friends over and have some fun, but I don't think I could party for 3 months straight. I'm too fucking old for that shit.
See, that's the thing.
Exactly.
That's the thing. He got addicted to having friends. You know how much time he could have spent like with every woman in a Nevada whorehouse with the same money he spent.
Exactly.
But here's the thing.
Anything.
Maybe he didn't have friends until he won, So he was so excited to have people. Here's my thing. I'm with Beaver. Like, I would be like investing in that shit. I would be, you can't quit your job. $1 million, at least in Southern California, ain't going to take you far. That ain't going to take you anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take your money, move to Mexico. Don't come back.
Where you could do donkey shows instead.
Or India. Hell yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
my God, Robert.
wants to do 60th base. She said she's good, but thanks. Just a heads,
All right.
just a heads up. All right, we're gonna move
There's
on.
just too much investment in that one. Too much. It's a money investment in 60th base.
Right.
I mean, in all honesty, in Steven Tyler's book, he said he partied away his first $2 million. Like he blew it. It all went up his nose.
Ew, gross. Well, I guess
They just
let's say-
partied.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can blow $2 million back then, imagine off his first album sales back then. Yeah. Imagine how much money this son of a bitch blew partying for 3 months.
But that's what I'm saying. At least he continued to make money. He blew it, and then he's like, okay, now I got to get real, right? Well, this guy only had a one-time thing, 1.3. That's it.
That's it. There's nothing else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Not worth quitting your job in Southern California, that's for sure.
It's not
That'll
really.
keep you a year just in expenses.
Think about how long that money would last you somewhere like India, though.
Yeah, you know, there are people who actually move, like they earn all their money in America. When they retire, they go to other countries where the expense of living is lower, and they live like royalty over there because they are so much richer than than everybody that lives there.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know
for sure.
America to live, but hey, I might have to
go over there and run for president or some shit.
There you go. There you go.
Just sell me your country.
Just tell me the country.
And I'm going to rename it Big Country. Say it.
Country. There it is. All right. We're going to move on because I want to tell a story and I don't want Rusty or especially Robert to fall in love because, you know, we're talking about a woman who's a little bit crazy.
Oh, shit.
I know you love the crazy ones. Excuse me. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. So try not to fall in love. Remember, you guys are married. Okay. This comes out of Florida.
Oh boy.
Yep. There was a woman who was contacted. The sheriff's office was contacted by a woman on September 30th after she and her boyfriend woke up to find what on their front lawn?
Another naked girl.
Hookers and blow.
Nope. Robert, got a guess?
A naked man?
No. It was a pile of tampons that were stained red as if they were possibly used.
God.
Police reviewed security camera recordings that showed a pickup truck driving past the house around 10 p.m. on September 29th. The woman allegedly sat in the truck bed until traffic cleared, at which point she jumped out and threw 75 tampons onto the front yard. When the couple was asked who they believed was behind the crime, they reportedly both pointed the figure to Gabrielle Franz, a firefighter with Orange County Fire and Rescue, and the ex-girlfriend of the man living in the home. They said it was likely her demonstrating she was unhappy that her ex-boyfriend was dating a new person. They claimed she made previously multiple social media posts talking badly about them and the fact that they are now together. So, what is the question?
What a waste of tampons.
What is the question always?
Was she hot?
Was she hot?
That's true.
So we are going to show you a picture.
I mean, what's wrong with throwing tampons in some? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. She's adorable.
Yeah, I'd nail it.
I would bail her out of jail. Is she still in jail? What's her bail?
let's see. It says, per the report, police arrested her on 2 counts of misdemeanor stalking. It says the incident was done with sole purpose to harass, blah, blah, blah. That's it. It doesn't say. She was
I don't
arrested,
think if
but
they
I
got
don't know
her
if
to
she's jailed.
Kentucky or Alabama, they'd extradite her for that. I'm just saying.
I
Do like
just,
old Arnold, just pull up and bail her out when she gets in the car. Like, come with me if you want to leave and drive back to Kentucky.
Robert's like, let's see, do I have enough money to bail this bitch out?
Right.
It's always the crazy. You never actually, I guess that, what do they say? You can date crazy, just don't marry it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the fact that Rusty says she saw it doesn't mean much because we know he doesn't have any
filter.
Whatever.
Yeah, no filter.
Anybody.
But I think she's cute as well.
Yeah,
And
she's cute.
yeah, she's cute.
Just a little bit crazy, but and I'm thinking, why tampons? Like, what was the message?
I don't know. Like you're a bloody mess? I don't know. But that's a waste of tampons for sure. They're not cheap. So
I haven't had to buy those in like, I don't know, 11
me neither, sister.
So I'm good. All right, we're going to stay in Florida for our next story. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
A couple is facing charges after police say they left a 16-year-old boy by himself on the Interstate 75 and told him to fend for himself. Police said the couple left him with, what do you think they left him with on the side of the road?
Bottle of water.
Rusty?
Drugs.
Robert?
If they left him with something on the side of the road, yeah, I'm going to say meth.
I'm going to say it was handguns and cash.
Oh, gee.
They left him with a bag of handguns and cash. They told him to fend for himself, and they gave him the way to do it.
How old was he again?
16. On October 1st, just before 6 p.m., there was a boy seen walking along I-75. The responding officer found the teen who told him he had been in a vehicle with Bradley Santos, 36, and Rosanella Bora, and an 8-year-old sibling. The teen said that when he got home from school, the couple informed him that they were taking a trip. When he returned from walking the family dog, he saw that they were frantically throwing clothes into a duffel bag and loading them into the car. When the vehicle got onto the interstate, the teen told the couple he did not want to go on a trip, which he was told they were going to either Guam or Idaho. Big difference.
Totally different.
At that point, the teen told police that the couple pulled over on the side of the road, gave him 2 bags containing a .40 caliber handgun, a 9mm handgun, and some cash. They told him to get out of the car and take care of the house as they drove away. Attempts were made by police to call the couple's phones, but each time the person answering the phone denied being Santos or simply hung up. When police took the teen home, they found the garage door and front door of the home wide open. When police entered the home to investigate, they found the home to be cluttered in disarray with firearms laying out in the open. Police were able to track the couple's phones to Wauchula, Florida, where police found them and detained them. Santos and Bora have been charged with neglect of a child without bodily harm, and they've also been charged with allowing a juvenile to have possession of a firearm.
Oh,
are in the Sarasota County Jail under $500,000 bond.
sound like to me they were slinging illegal arms, and they were fixing to get in some serious shit, so they had to bounce in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they had not saying that having multiple guns is a bad thing because but
you don't just lead a kid like that.
Yeah, you don't just leave a kid like that, and you just don't leave but like they were packing in a hurry. There had to be a reason for that, and I kind of wonder what it is. They fucked with the wrong person.
Baby.
Possibly. Who even knows? Rusty, what do you think?
They were high.
Yeah, they were high. They weren't running from somebody. They were just high.
They were just high, wanting to party more. And
we'll be back when these drugs wear off. Here's some cash, fuckers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I mean, at least they didn't leave him defenseless. They gave him guns. They gave him cash. You can go back to the house. Let's go. You're 16. You're old enough to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Or was he?
But if I was going out of town for a minute and I was leaving my son on his own, sure, 16-year-old's capable if you have a neighbor that can check in on them, however. But I definitely wouldn't leave him with a specific firearm.
No.
And on the side of an interstate.
And on the side of an interstate.
Maybe just leave him at home,
Yeah. Leave him at home, make arrangements for him in the car. If you got to go,
Yeah, I don't. Well, at least they're safe from whoever they were running from because they're in jail now. So.
Oh, shit. No, that don't make
sense.
sense.
True. That's true. They're not safe, right? Because they can reach them inside that jail.
I feel like they were, they knew there was going to be some kind of raid. And so they packed up and they got ready and then just like telling the kid, hey, here's some guns, here's some money, make your way out, like try and get out of here.
Yeah.
But it sounds like some kind of raid that they were aware of.
Or they were just paranoid that it was like, oh God, the cops, they're going to come. They're coming.
Right.
Well,
that too. That too.
Like I said, what if they were selling guns and they had some shit that was gone wrong? And yeah, you got to get out of Dodge sometimes.
For sure.
I mean, it's no different than the cops coming from you. You still got to get the hell out of Dodge.
Hells yeah. I just when I that literally just that story just broke tonight as I was looking through just to get a couple more stories for tonight. I saw that and I was like, holy crap.
Well, why wouldn't you toss your phone?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it? Because people are stupid.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Even dumb criminals know to toss your phone. Come on now.
Well, apparently
It's
not.
like Criminal 101.
Apparently not. They might have been waiting
your
for a
phone
very
for the
important phone
crime
call.
either.
They must have been waiting for a very important phone call. Okay.
Nah, fuck that.
I don't know, but we're gonna move on. Jen has some questions for us.
Oh, well, we only have a few minutes, so give me a number between 1 and 217.
We can't
Somebody.
say 69 because we
hey, there's only one number. 69.
You already said 69 last week, so can't do that.
180.
You get 8 twice. Wait, what?
169.
Okay, 169. Hold on.
No, we're gonna go with number 7 because that's what RT Doodles put in the chat.
Oh, number 7? Okay.
We're gonna go with number
Let's
7.
do that.
RT Doodles posted.
Okay, artsy doodles, here we go. Number 7. Do you think that the world will be a better or worse place 100 years from now? Here's your question.
God. That's tough.
So let's go, Beeves. What you got? What you got?
I mean, it's tough because the way that it is at this very second, if we stay on the course we are, I feel like it's going to be a worse place.
Okay.
There is some changes. If people start realizing that we're all human beings and just to be respectful, it could be a better place. So I don't know. I'm going to say it's probably be a worse.
Do you think aliens will now be down here and will be communicating? And by the way, Artsy, I want you to put something in the chat too regarding this, please.
She did.
Oh, probably the same. Okay, gotcha. You think it'd be the same versus like how technology is going and we're always in search of aliens and things like that. I don't know. What do you say, Robert?
I think we'll be better. I think we've got to get worse to be better. We've got to have a downfall, just like we had a civil war before and a Great Depression and all that shit. We've got to have something that really brings us back together as Americans overall.
So fail in order to succeed.
Yeah. And damn anybody that stands in the way of that.
Yeah.
You know,
Rusty?
but
Oh, sorry.
I do think it's got to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But I do think
Jesus, it's been pretty bad, though, Robert. It's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad. Politically, with the COVID shit, I feel like, as they say, history keeps going around. Like, if you think about the plague and the wars and blah and things and stuff.
I feel like
I
there's
don't
a
know.
war coming here at some point.
God, I hope not. All right, Rusty, what do you think?
I think it'll be about the same.
In 100 years, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Next number. Would you say 169, right?
Okay, so Archie Diddles did update and she said different aspects, but I think people will pretty much be the same.
Yeah.
You're always going to have the struggle of good versus evil. It's always going to exist. I'm just hoping that there's more good than evil in the future. A lot.
Sure.
Like very little evil and a lot of good.
I'm not talking so much good versus evil as I am American and anti-American.
Okay. Well, I consider that good versus evil. Because
there's always something bad that happens that brings us together as Americans.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, though. We do come together when needed. But
like
you know.
9/12 was one of those days.
You mean 9/11?
Well, 9/12 was the day after. That's when we came.
You know, people say that, but you know, yeah, some people died in a tower and that's sad, but I mean, let's look at it from a big standpoint of bigger events that happened over time. Shit like the Great Depression, where most people damn near starved to death.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Those were catastrophic events, in my opinion. Acts of war, not so much.
No. All right. Did SoCal leave us?
There was a big difference. I don't know. In my opinion, there was a big difference between what happened at Pearl Harbor and what happened at the Twin Towers in the way that it brought this country together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, explain, because didn't we kind of come together during World War II?
Yeah.
We did, but I feel on a much bigger level. I mean, look how much longer we lasted as a united country.
That's true. You're right. Okay, good point. Good point.
Before we ended up historically divided again between the Civil War and, you know, all the other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I had to take a Jen. Okay. Next question, 169. How many times during the day do you look at yourself in the mirror? Beaver.
Maybe in the morning. I don't really look at myself in the mirror that often. I work at home. I don't need to look good or anything. I get up, I brush my teeth, I'm looking in my mirror there, and then maybe maybe twice a day. Maybe.
Okay. So before you go on the air, you don't look at yourself in the mirror to put on like some makeup or anything like that?
No makeup. No. It's all natural right now. I used to
look at how beautiful.
Then I got to put makeup on, and I got to take it off right away as soon as we're done. I don't want to put makeup on for an hour.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, Robert.
What was the question again?
How many
times during the day do you look at yourself in the mirror?
Just once, like when I'm getting ready, pretty much. I mean, you see yourself in the rear view when you're looking out the back sometimes, but I mean, I don't consider that really looking at yourself.
Right. No, I hear you.
Artsy Doodles, you're so cute. Why wouldn't you look at yourself in the mirror? Oh my gosh.
Right.
Rusty stares at himself. He literally has a mirror.
He's like
the brim of his
hat. I'm looking at myself right now.
I'm a trophy husband, and I see myself, and I think all women want me. Go for it.
Well, I mean,
this is Rusty with his. Oh, you can't see it because I have the thing on, but this is Rusty's mirror, and he's like, Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Standing in front of one of them full length mirrors with his wiener tucked, rubbing his nipples. I'm a bad boy.
You're almost right. I'm
Almost?
helicoptering. I'm helicoptering and doing the.
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew it.
Woo, 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 woo. Yeah.
I gotta say, but is looking at yourself, like for example, when we're on air, is that looking in the mirror as well?
I guess it could be considered because you're not a mirror, but you're literally seeing yourself.
Right.
I don't usually look at myself.
No,
I
I'm
look
usually
at one of
staring
you
at
three.
Rusty.
I look
Usually
at whoever's talking.
I'm like, yeah, Rusty, take that hat.
Rusty's hot. He's sweating right now. He's like,
And then
I'm hot,
if I'm
sweaty.
saying something, I just kind of look at the one that I feel like is the most engaged with what I'm saying. I don't ever really look at me.
Really?
So I'm gonna say something. I have learned. I don't like. Okay, so in my bathroom, the whole wall is a mirror, which is really annoying. So when you go when I'm taking a shower, I'm like, don't look before and after the shower, right? But I will tell you that I have learned to look in the mirror every day, every morning, and say to myself, you can do this. We got this. We're going to take on this day. Or I'm supposed to say a compliment. I do sometimes. I don't often, but you're supposed to. You're supposed to look in the mirror and go, like, say something nice about yourself. Like, you have pretty eyes today, or you look good today, or your eyebrows are on today. Right? Anyway, so I have tried to do that, or even Mel Robbins will say, just high five yourself first thing in the morning in the mirror, high five yourself to take on the day. So I think there are good things about the mirror, but I'm just saying, like, to check myself out. Yeah, I don't want to do that, but to do those things specifically, yeah, I'll look. Or to see if I have shit in my teeth and I need to floss.
Rusty and Robert, do you guys flex in front of the mirror? Is that actually a thing that guys do?
No.
When I was younger, I did, but
Did you?
I mean, there's no need to now.
I've always been fat. I didn't see the point in it.
Robert.
Oh, dear God. Well, anyway, I know we're getting past the point of Rusty's
return
span. I want to thank everybody who joined us and participated in the chat tonight. Don't forget, if you like the show, to like it, share it with your friends. Let them know there is a warning label. And then don't forget to join us next week at 9 p.m. and bring a friend. We love to meet new people. And until next week, howdy ho.
Peace out.